is a new background for you.
Yes. This is going to be my office. It still has a lot of boxes over here.
Yeah.
But I strategically positioned my camera this way.
Actually, so you have moved. You all are in your new home.
We are in our new home. Woo!
Yay!
Yes, we are here, and lots of work to do unpacking, but it feels good to start getting settled. So
Right on. Well,
yeah.
I'm really glad for both of you. You have a space to create now. That's awesome. To start off, we thought we would invite in a special guest, somebody who not all the viewers of the Soulcast might have met or know. So it is the Reverend Liz Titchener. And she was Associate Rector at All Souls previously, is now serving as the Rector of the Episcopal Church of the Resurrection in Pleasant Hill, California. Here we go.
So, hi.
Hello.
Hey.
It's so good to see you both.
It's very good to see you.
Welcome to the Soulcast.
Yeah, welcome. Your first chance to be on this world famous Soulcast.
I have never there so many fun all souls things I've gotten to do, and this is not one of them. So
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad to. Would you share the news with All Soulsians near and far? Why you are on the Soulcast at this time and what's coming?
Well, unless you have some secret other reason that I don't know about, the work of many years, much of it happening at All Souls and supported by All Souls, is coming to fruition finally, in that I spent a bunch of time, especially on the sabbatical that I had from All Souls, writing a book. And that book is coming into the world in, less than 3 weeks, I think, if I can do the math. Here is the advanced reader of it. It's called The Night Lake. And I'm just really excited to finally be at this point, and also to get to celebrate it with and at, such as we can be at any place right now, but with and at All Souls and All Soulsians. On January 5th.
What's happening on January 5th?
There's going to be a virtual book launch party of sorts, together with All Soulsians on Zoom and on Facebook Live.
So I don't want to spoil too much because I want people to come to the launch party, but can you give a little bit of what is your book about?
Sure. So I was ordained a priest at All Souls just over 8 years ago. And just before I was ordained a priest, my mom died suddenly by suicide. And about a year and just a little bit after I was ordained a priest, my son died suddenly and unexpectedly as an infant. And so at that point, I had only just headed out into the world of priesting. I'd done a victory lap at CDSP, if you will, to study just a little bit more. And so I had only been in my first call for a couple of months at that point. And so the book is the story of learning to live with and through that grief at the same time as I was learning to practice as a priest and how to be authentic in both of those.
Wow. That was something.
It's a fair bit. Yeah.
So that's why it's there's a book about it now.
So true.
There you go.
So true. This is the evening of January 5th.
Yes.
Right?
It's a Tuesday night. And you can remember it because we will all be going to our computers to see what is happening in Georgia. And then you can think, oh, also book launch.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let me see if I got this one right. Is it at 7 o'clock?
It is.
Woohoo! All right, 7 o'clock on Tuesday, January 5th. And you'll be able to find it on Facebook Live, right?
Yes,
Through All
Souls Facebook
You'll
Live.
be able to participate that way and on Zoom?
Yeah, so Emily is going to be sending out maybe as soon as this week's Pathfinder, it sounded like, or very soon, a way to register for the Zoom. And so that way, Facebook Live is great and easy and you can access it at any time, but that way we can also see each other's faces and there'll be time for questions and conversation and so forth. And I'm super excited to get to see everybody, even as beautiful little boxes. So
Cool.
I have a question. When
Yeah.
will we be able to purchase or acquire the book somehow?
Oh, that is a kind question, Maggie. Thank you. So you can pre-order it now from anywhere that sells books, including local and independent bookstores. They've all got it ready. And we are partnering with Mrs. Dalloway's, and I will, pandemic permitting, be headed over there sometime in the next couple of weeks to sign books. I don't think they'll be personalized, but they'll be ready to field all your orders that way. So Mrs. Dalloway's or Amazon or anywhere. And there's Kindle and the way books happen that way.
That's so
Yeah.
crazy.
All right, Liz Titchener, thank you so much for joining us on the
You
Soulcast.
are welcome.
It's
Thank
good to
you.
see you.
Really good to see you. Take care.
All right,
And
see
be
you
well.
on Tuesday, January 5th.
You got it. Bye.
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 Well, that's kind of wild.
I know. That's like just the concept of writing a book to me is like, I mean, I know people do it, but it's crazy.
It is a lot.
But
So,
super impressive, and I'm very excited to read it.
Maggie, what's on tap?
Wow. There's a lot of things on tap, mainly having to do with Christmas. But before Christmas, this Saturday on December 19th at 11 a.m. is Jennifer Baylor's memorial service. That will be streamed live through Facebook Live and through our website. So you can tune into that. That is Saturday at 11 a.m.
Great. Yeah. Thank you. The family is really appreciative of all the love and care that has been offered them in so many ways. And so I think this will be another way. I think there'll be a Zoom reception that will follow the service, and all that information will be in the bulletin. So you can log on to that after the live stream on Saturday. And then comes Sunday, fourth Sunday of Advent. And if you didn't pick up on it last week, because of the recent shelter in place orders, we have moved the 9 o'clock service from the courtyard to Zoom. So you can go to our website, to the streaming services, and you'll find the Zoom link, and you can hit that at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning and join households of all Soulsians and participate in a different way of worship on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Then at 10:10, another All Souls author, the Reverend Dr. Daniel Prechtel. I know this is
wild.
It is wild. I've actually sometimes thought we should probably have a shelf in the library at All Souls of works by All Souls authors.
There is.
Well, fantastic. Even better. Let's go
I just
read
took a
that.
book off of it last week. Hashtag shout out to Ruth Myers. I borrowed your book.
That's fantastic. So the Reverend Daniel Prechtel has co-written a book called Soul Journeys, and it's looking at different practices of shamanism. And he has written with a couple authors, and Daniel writes from the Christian perspective. And so I will be interviewing him on Sunday at 10:10 at the teaching hour. You can also find that link on our website. It'll be a Zoom conversation. So he and I will be in conversation for a while, and then we'll be soliciting other questions from those who are there. So that's 10:10, the Zoom link through virtual formation on our site. Then the 11:15 service, that will be live streamed. 5:30 will be lessons and carols, also on Zoom. Followed by the last Sunday evening reveal of an Advent window.
Woo! I have been loving these Advent windows. One of the highlights of my day.
Thursday will be Christmas Eve. And so Maggie, how will you and I start that day?
Well, in the morning, you and I will have a Eucharist where we consecrate a bunch of bread and wine and grape juice and gluten-free bread to distribute for people who would like to participate in communion at their homes during the evening worship services. So the idea is we consecrate it, we pack it up, you come by the church if you're able to. If not, we'll get it to your house somehow. Some bread and some wine that you'll hold on to until that night at either the 5 o'clock or the 9 o'clock service. And in that moment when we're having communion together during those services, you'll take your communion at home. So it's the next best thing to being there in person and getting to do the real thing, I think. And we'll all be doing it together at the same time. And I'm looking forward to that.
Me too. Me too.
There's,
Yeah.
sorry. I was going to
Yeah.
say there's a sign up online on the website. So if you would like to participate in that, there is a sign up that you can let us know how many people are in your household, if you prefer gluten-free or regular bread, and if you prefer grape juice or wine, and if you can pick it up or it needs to be dropped off. So that is important information that we need to know if you want to participate. So make sure you sign up.
Great. And then the services, if you'd like to have communion or you just want to stream the service, the Christmas Eve services happen at 5 o'clock. And at the 5 o'clock, there will be the nativity story told, this time by lots and lots of people in some wild and crazy kind of ways.
Yes, I'm very excited about the pageant, the virtual pageant. It's going to be, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be great.
It's going to be something. So 5 o'clock, and there will be silent night. So make sure you get your candle out, All Soulsians, and kind of set your space with your wreath or whatever you want for Christmas to kind of set that very special space aside for that night. And then at 9 o'clock, we will do a second live stream. This one will be kind of similar to our carols and candlelight service. If you haven't been there before, it will be Eucharistic, but it will be really focused on the carols of Christmas Eve. There will be a sermon that night, and that will happen at 9 o'clock. Then Christmas Day. So you get to do it from your living room. I get to do it from my living room. You get to do it from your living room, Maggie. And so there'll be, again, carols. It'll be a morning prayer service, carols, readings, and a sermon. And hopefully we'll be able to get a glimpse into what Christmas is like, what Christmas morning is like in your home, and we can do it together.
I am expecting and hoping to see just like mountains of like wrapping paper and stuff in people's backgrounds, like they've had the whole thing and then they just want to like come in for church at 10.
And just like Christmas cookie crumbs all through the beard. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Totally.
I'm gonna be in my Christmas pajamas, that's for sure.
That is so fantastic. So that's Christmas at All Souls. Christmas Eve, 5 and 9 p.m. Christmas Day, 10 a.m. And then the offices will be closed between Christmas and New Year's. With the exception, we'll be there. We will be live streaming on Sunday, December 27th. And the great news there is our preacher will be a very, very new deacon, the Reverend Laura Eberly, who just received her assignment to be the deacon at St. James Santiago in Oakland. And she will be deacon of the Mass with us on the 27th and preaching on the 27th, which is really exciting.
Yay, that's awesome.
Oh, whoops. I forgot to say, there's some really cool things as well with Jordan Court.
Yes.
We had our first big pour.
Woo!
It's the first pour, it's the foundation, it's the floor to the garage. And so everything goes up from here. And so they're going to start building then. The next pour will be the slab of the podium. That is the ceiling of the garage and the foundation of the courtyard and the rest of the building. But a big step has happened this week and we are moving. Bye, All Soulsians.
Bye, All Soulsians.